Okay, welcome back to our continuing saga, our futile attempt, maybe futile attempt, to rebuild the Minnesota Vikings at Draft Day Sports Football 2024. Let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. We got a special episode because today's going to be draft day. Yay! We left off last time. We finished free agency, and I did the scouting off screen because, well, I did scouting last season. I filmed it for last season, and it's kind of dull, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, let's, once this thing loads up. Oh, come on, Madden loads faster. Here we go. Oh, I kid. All right, here we go. All right, so let me just first go into the scouting, and I'll just kind of show you what we did here. My general strategy, and I think I probably explained this in the first season, is kind of go after everyone in the first round, maybe second round, third round too, and then kind of go by position need. Now, I did it mainly by position need this time, but you notice not everyone on this first page is scouted. And the reason is I wanted to focus on positions of need. Defensive end and running back are not our biggest positions of need. And there are even some in the top 10 that we didn't scout. And we can't, oh, we're out of points. These are defensive linemen who I feel are just too undersized to play their positions. 275 is just too small for a defensive tackle. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to save the scouting points. Even the scouting points are cheaper for the better players. But no, I think we're going to just save those points for other positions. And so I went down even into the third round, went even to third, fourth. So there's another thing I'm going to show you, and I don't remember why I went down this far for free safety. I guess we saw it as a position of need. But I want to show you one thing, because we may or may not have used the combine results before. The combine results, I don't know that they're really, from the research I've seen, I don't know that the combine results are really all that helpful, with the exception of one. And there's a Wonderlic score, and shout out to Wobegang. I'm gonna link to his video if I remember, if I remember to do so. He did a real important. He did a couple of videos regarding drafting and what to look for, but he did mention Wonderlic, and I didn't have the notes in front of me as I was doing this. I was a bit. I was a bit lazy to watch the video directly before making these choices, but I believe it's a Wonderlic, which is basically an intelligence score. I don't think the NFL uses this anymore, but a quarterback, specifically a quarterback, with a Wonderlic of above, I think it's 30. It might be 25, it might be 35. I think I used 30 as a cutoff here. This guy's a safety. Can indicate high intelligence, and intelligence is probably more important for quarterbacks than any other position. The only other one that it's close is maybe safety or linebacker, but quarterback, absolutely. You want someone who's going to make the right throws, who's going to make the right decisions. And so you see I have some quarterbacks scouted that are even round 4 or 5. There are, I think, some late round quarterbacks that I did not, like this guy, Gilliam. He was rated as undrafted. If I had a few more scouting points, I might have gone down that low. There's a late round guy that I didn't check off. I really think it just was around 4 or 5. I think that was the only actual. Quarterback was not a huge scouting position for me, but I'm always willing to look at a good Wonderlic, especially, like I said, especially 30 plus, and especially for quarterbacks. Okay, enough of that. Let's go and advance. Take a look at the scouting results. So in absolutely under no circumstances should you follow my drafting advice, but here we are. So let's take a look at what our results are. We'll go back to draft scouting. I'm not going to take a real close look at it now. It's really because we'll get started in the draft. But let's take a look at some of these. Let's take a look at these quarterbacks. I mentioned the Wonderlic, and I thought I scouted more than this. Well, Vito Lyon, I think Leon, I think was one of them. He's going to come up with an intelligence rating of B-. All right, work ethic is good, and quarterback is really, I think it's probably the position we want to focus most on. And if we take a look, there is a top 10. I forgot to check the draft order. I don't know where our pick is. Let's take a look at this guy, Russell Jones. He's 24 years old, so that's a bit. But he seems to grade very well. He trusts what he sees, and what he sees is mostly right. Good enough accuracy to play with the pros. Well, I would hope, because this is the pros. That's not really much of a glowing review. He's good enough for the pros, I guess. No, but it's, not a runner. But accuracy, I guess that's arm accuracy. This is as good as you're going to see for a draft pick, I think. He does not have any traits. What about this guy, Engel? Round 1, he's sort of later in the first round. He does not grade as well. But it plays with decent intelligence, but has a C+ intelligence. I don't really like that too much. Does he have a trait? No. He's a driven player, though. Yeah, I don't know if I would be super excited to take any of these guys with a high pick, but change of plans. The spreadsheet I was going to use is, I don't want to say broken, but it doesn't work as well as it used to, and there's a new version, but it doesn't work with solo leagues. So we're just gonna wing it. Let's go ahead and, without any further ado, let's start drafting. What do you say? Oh, by the way, I don't even know where our position is. Well, I guess I'll find out soon. We are. Let's go ahead to the draft room. We're at number 6. So let's just see. Well, let's just see who goes number 1 overall. Cornerback, running back, defensive tackle, linebacker, wide receiver. Oh, it's ours. Oh, we don't want a CPU pick here. All right. I think we probably want to look quarterback here. There is a Russell Jones here in top 10. Let's take a look. Does grade very well. Plays with intelligence. We may have looked at him already. I think we looked at some quarterbacks earlier. Arm, A- is pretty good. I mean, even, I would say, I might have mentioned this. The whole thing with the grading here, the players are being compared to everyone in the league, not just the other draftees. So I consider anything C+ or above to be very good. I mean, intelligence and accuracy, arm A-, work ethic is not great. Ball leaves his hand with good speed. Accuracy, I mean, I guess that means kind of he's a good, hard, accurate thrower, which is a good thing. Does he have any traits? No traits. But I mean, he is the second highest rated guy left. Or, I mean, here at this time. Let's take a look at this guy, Engel. Just for, I mean, would he be available in the second round? Maybe. He doesn't have any traits either. I'm not going to go chasing traits here. And his intelligence and arm is not nearly as good. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take Jones. Let's do it. Let's not overthink this. It's just a game. All right, let's see what happens here. Russell Jones. All right. I made a good draft pick for once. This is very good. Hey, and we got him for 5 years, only $4.5 million. 86 arm, 85 intelligence, 85 accuracy. Okay, work ethic is not great. But he's cheerful. He's cheerful. That's very good. He has excellent morale. Um, I did not look at his personality very much, but I mean, other than work ethic. But disposition 52, sportsmanship 33. He's a team player, and he's competitive. That's good. You always want to see someone who's competitive. He always wants to go out there and win. I mean, the low part of sportsmanship and work ethic, that is a little disturbing. I should say disturbing. It is a little disappointing. But like, he's got 65 speed. I mean, he's not bad. I think he is worthy of a number 6 overall pick. I think we did good for a change. I'm happy. I am happy. Okay, let's go to the next human pick, which is going to be the next round. I'm not going to worry about who went in between here. Who else are we looking for? Well, let's take a look at some of the other. Salvador Engel. We passed on him. Thought, okay, he's a little bit low. Only first. Let's see how he turned out. The Cardinals. He might have been better, actually. Yeah. Speed is much less, but I don't really care too much. Oh, see, player skill only 30. What's our guy's player skill? I didn't look at that. 86. Okay, you know what? I take that back. Our guy was better. The other guy had, slightly better skills up here, better work ethic, but his speed was not as good. I don't care so much about speed for a quarterback. I mean, it's nice to have that dual threat, but I mean, he has a much better position skill. So yeah, I think we got the better. Okay, let's go back to the war room here. War room's up here. Let's see who we're going to trade to. I think we're in the phase right now of just kind of best player available. I think we should really go for that. Just take whoever you think is best, and just if we don't fill every position, that's what free agency and UDFA is for. Let's take a look at this guy, Rayford Young, guard. Teammates looked to him for leadership, known for being a bit of a jerk. Now, see, here's the thing. In this description thing, I find it, and maybe I could be wrong on this. I find that when the description doesn't mention anything about his playing ability, I find that is a little bit of a red flag, because the description very rarely has bad information. It's always positive, or sometimes it's neutral. Sometimes it'll be like just a few words. He loves to win, and that's it. Well, who doesn't love to win, right? You'll never see negative stuff. So you got to look for red flags. Like, well, they're not saying anything about his anything positive about his playing ability. Let's see. Yeah, pass blocking and run blocking. I mean, that might be okay for a mid round, but strength C-. No, I think not. I don't think we need to guard that badly. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to our roster, because it's been too long since I've filmed last, and I should know the team better. I know I should know the team better, but you know what? I'm in 3 professional leagues, three pro football leagues, and plus 2 college ones. And I can lose track, especially when I don't film every day. I only film these maybe once or twice a week. All right, so Russell Jones, you're good. We signed someone. Did we just sign this guy? We must have. 17.5 million. Well, you know what? We'll trade him, because we're not paying. We got 4.5 million for 17.5 million. It's going to be hard to get someone to take him. That's the only thing. But especially at age 29. 4 years. We might have gotten ourselves in a little bit of a jam here. I better check the rest of. Okay, running back is good. We need a fullback, but that we might take. We just might draft a fullback in the late rounds, but no. Let's see. Guard, we're okay. I think we can solve this by free agency. I mean, Victor Grant, 312 pounds, 83 run block, only 67 strength is an issue. But I mean. Yeah, it's 4.8 million. We got to start him or cut him, really. Speaking of cutting, it's the off season. Did I set the cut penalty back to 10%? I did. I wonder if I ever set it. We didn't cut anyone in the season last year, so that's okay. Yep, 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 yep. And we raised our salary cap by 3.5 million. Maybe we'll do another 3.5 million next year. Maybe maybe a little less. But 3.5 might have been a little much. But we started pretty low, and that was on purpose. So, okay. Anyway, back to the draft. We got a lot of tackles. We got 5 tackles, and I think, oh yeah, Brian O'Neill, Darisaw, no problems there. I think our offensive line, we don't need to use second rounds for offensive line in this case. Wide receiver, I think we could probably use another one. Tutu Atwell, ooh, I think he did okay actually. I mean, he's not 84 speed, 83 hands, 92 work ethic. He's still only 27. What were his stats last year? Oh, we signed him. We signed him from the Rams. We signed him as a free agent last year. Oh, what's his rushing stats? Why don't we just put that first? Okay, 5 touchdowns. I mean, 24 receptions, 5 touchdowns, only 2 drops. He had 8 drops a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, started 3 games for us. He's not, he's not a. I think you would make a good number 3, but I think we lost a wide receiver. We got Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I think wide receiver is going to be important. Let's look at cornerback. We want speed. We got speed there. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. We could use some linebacker speed. I mean, defense was a problem for us. So I'm thinking defensive end or defensive line is a bit small. Well, not tackle. Tackle's good. I think ends are okay. Ends are a little bit smaller anyway. Tackling, yeah, just eyeballing it. I think we're good at defensive line. Again, at least not something we'd want to go at this early. Maybe free safety, linebacker, wide receiver, etc. Okay, let's see what we can get. Let's see who we can get at wide receiver because we got a good new quarterback. Might as well get someone for him to throw to, right? Let's see now. Let's see. There aren't any wide receivers really. It's kind of skim on wide receivers here. Oh, you know what? Let's go to targets only. Now we got this guy Heath Barrett, but maybe we'll get him later. Speed and hands. Oh, jeez. I mean, but good agility. Work ethic is decent. Does he have any traits? No. And that's the thing. You can't look for traits. There's no table that shows traits in, at least in this phase. So, I mean, it's showing us guards, but guards are fine for us. And I don't want to... you know what? I got the itch here to maybe trade. Because I'm not seeing anyone we can really use. Maybe we can trade down. I'll tell you what. Let's try it. Offer trade. Let's do that. Let's trade down. I don't really see anyone worth taking at 2.6. But maybe we can get. I see some people in there that might be good late second rounders. I wish there was an easy way to find teams to trade with. Let's go back to the trade for just a moment here. A draft for just a moment. Let's find someone who is a little bit below us, right? Just kind of like, we could go down probably to 16. Let's see if the Jets. Let me write this down. Because I'm thinking we might trade down 10 spots or something. I saw people we could take in the second. I mean, we can even go late. We can even trade all the way down. I mean, we could really trade with anyone, honestly. We could go pretty low on this. All right, I'm not gonna. Yeah. Well, I mean, but who would want to move up? See, that's the thing. It's finding who would want to move up. Finding someone, we're not gonna like the Bengals. Okay, you know what? If we offer a trade with they're only moving up 1 spot. We're not gonna get much. So I think it's probably better to go a little bit lower. So let's start at 218. Let's say Kansas City, Buffalo, Giants, Rams, 49ers, Jaguars, Ravens, Green Bay, Denver, Tennessee, Dallas. And let's just go all the way down to the end of the round, right? Chargers. See, no one makes I mean, this is a solo league. The CPU doesn't make trades, which is interesting. We got to propose that. I got to propose that for the next version. CPU makes trades. They don't even trade with other CPU teams, which is interesting. That would be, if you had a league, whether it's a solo league or an online league, I would love to see AI teams trade with each other. It's possible, but I don't think the CPU makes trades. I've never seen them do it. I mean, again, I haven't done solo leagues a lot. Maybe they do. Anyway, so we got Washington and Miami. All original picks. None of these have been traded. Okay. I know this is going to make things take longer. If this takes longer, I'm fine splitting this up in 2 episodes. I'm kind of short with my filming anyway. So we'll just go. And if this takes too long, I'll split it up somehow. Where were we? Oh, yes, offer trade. So let's see. I'm going to start at the bottom, actually. I'm going to start with Miami. And I'm going to offer them. We're just trading picks here. I'm not doing any players. And let's see. I'm going to offer our second round pick. We'll take your second round pick. Should we try for a pick next year? Well, we want at least one. Well, okay, we're getting one of their picks this year. We're not. I mean, we're trading down a lot of spots here. I mean, that's why I started at the bottom, because we'll get more. We're trading down more, and I really don't think there's anyone between now and the end of the second round we can really use. So I mean, it is riskier. We'll get more, but it's also riskier because. But I'm willing to take it. Yeah, I'm not excited with anyone available in the second round, so I'm gonna trade all the way down. I'm gonna go all the way down here. So what we're gonna do here, so we're gonna offer our second round pick. We want your second round pick, and we also want, boy, they're below the salary, above the cap or whatever. They have negative cap. We're not so much better. So we can forget about any player trades here. Let's try. Let's just try for their second and third and see if they go for it. This is probably slanted in our, but you never know. Oh, they took it. So we got 2/3 now. We moved down. I can't believe they went for it. I should have asked for maybe a second next year as well. That was a stupid thing for them to do, I think. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that was stupid for us. I don't know. Let's see who they select. Who did they take? Paul Hall. We are not looking for tight ends. Not too bad. Not too bad. We weren't looking for tight ends, so I mean, I feel good about what we did. All right, so where are we? We're going to be at 2.32, 3.6, and 3.32. All right. Let's go to the next human pick now. Let's go to our 32 overall, or our second dot 32, whatever. And let's go back to our war room. Targets only. Oh boy. Well, you know what? That wide receiver's gone. Oh well, we took a chance. I mean, see, the problem is now. I wonder if we can trade one of those picks for. Holy. We don't really need a tackle. Leroy Day. See, this is what I was kind of afraid of this, that we'd run out of scouted players. All right, let's see. We should have scouted more. Well, we scouted some in late rounds. Let's go Vito Leon. Maybe he'd be a good backup. I don't know. Let's take a look. Doubts to put in the work. We didn't have any quarterbacks coming into the year. Strength, work ethic. I want to find someone with a trait here. None. He has none. I mean, I guess any trait players would probably have been picked by now, but, you know, the CPU is not a great trip. The CPU's almost as bad a drafter as we are. Determined workaholic for this guy. Oh, he's going to need it. You know, maybe we should take another quarterback. Or let's take a look at weight here. He makes smart decisions. Sportsmanship, will bench press a defensive tackle and not a small one. Strength is A. I mean, you can't beat that. 296 pounds. I guess we kind of forgive a little bit of. But pass blocking is F. Shoot, there's no one who excites me here. Maybe we'll take Vito Leon. Leon. Values playing time. Oh, this could be a problem. If he values playing time, he's going to want to be starting. We may end up. There's something you can do in this game. It's a little sneaky, but I can put him in a package. I can put him in a package that we put in only on rundowns. It's sneaky, but that's the system. It's a bad system, so you got to take advantage of it. Intelligence is kind of average. Football IQ A+. You know what? Let's go ahead and worst comes to worst, we can trade him. Let's see. Quarterback. Well, there's no one. Well, who's the head coach? Yes, Dennis Lytle. Let's take a look here. If he's on the second or third page, well, let's search for him. Dennis Lytle. We didn't scout him, and strength 8. But see, we have no certainty here, and this is the problem. It looks good. Well, not for run blocking, and I think that's more important than pass blocking for a guard. But yeah, I think we're going to disregard. Thanks for the suggestion, but we're going to go with Leon. And that's done. All right, who did we get here? 660. Wow! Not bad. I'll tell you something. I mean, he's not as good as the guy we took, but I mean, we got ourselves a backup. Again, the values playing time thing could be a problem, but there are ways around that. We might even be able to go with like a 2 quarterback setup. So, yeah, I think I like that. And only 663,000. That's a good backup salary. All right, not bad. We took 2 quarterbacks, but we had none coming in, so I'm happy with that. Now, let's go to our next human pick, and I don't think there's going to be much left in terms of our scouted players, but let's see. We may trade this one, too. In fact, I'm thinking of same guys around. I think we actually could use a safety. Let's take a look at this guy. Speed. Everyone wants to be around him. People fall in love with his speed. That's always important. Speed's important in your backfield. And this guy can run. Okay, at first I was like, okay, it's all personality stuff. But then they talk about his speed. Values playing time. I think we do need a safety. Speed A. Intelligence F. But technique A. Football IQ B+. I'm a little worried about the intelligence part. But speed, you can't teach speed. We can train him up in intelligence. We can train him up in speed. Well, speaking of training up, I think we're going to do a mini camp. I'll explain that later. Um, agility. No trades, I'll bet, right? Yeah. Dazzling enabler. Well, I'll tell you, it is what? It's the end of the. No, it's early third round. And what's he graded as? Round 3. Maybe we'll end up trading our 3.32. What do you say? We do need to. Oh, Gary Dewey, there's another save here. He's rated a little bit lower. I wonder if we can trade our pick and get him at 3.32. That's a little bit of a gamble. Let's see. Good-natured behavior, blah, blah, blah. Pretty good straight line speed. Will keep up with most receivers. Is his grade any higher? 24.5 versus 24. Okay, so it's pretty close. We'll take the credit. We'll take this guy. Probably we might take him in the fourth round. Let's see. Harris, run blocking B-, ultimate team player. I think he. I think we could. I think he might be worth a 4th rounder, not a 3rd though. Let's take a look at Jeter again. Agility, speed is A, and that's important. I think speed is the other guy had A speed as well. Intelligence is D-, so it's not really much better. His agility is B- versus agility of C. I mean, he grades just a little bit more. Work ethic of 61. Work ethic of... Oh, you know what? We didn't interview him for some reason. Okay. Let's go with Day. Let's go with Day. Early 3rd round. I'll be happy if he's like even in the mid-70s. If he's even in the mid-70s, I'll be very happy. Let's see. Drum roll. Okay, well, high 60s. I guess. Oh, speed 87. Woo! I mean, his tackling is terrible. His hands are terrible. His intelligence. I mean, oh, shoot. But I think he's trainable. Is he going to be a starter for us? I doubt it. He could play special teams, I'll tell you. Maybe he could. I don't know. Could we make him a cornerback? Let's go to 332. And I think we're going to start trading down. Although maybe we could trade down a little bit. Like, we could trade a few down. Well, with ourselves. No, we got one just. I think the fullback will be available at 4.6. I think he's worth drafting. I really do. I'm taking a chance he'll be available at 4.6. Well, he may not be available at 332. Let's see. Oh, okay. Damn you, Commanders! 1 pick ahead of us. Oh, I can't believe this. Well, how did he turn out anyway? Let's see. Oh, you know what? You can have him. Run blocking is not what I would have expected. Unless we're talking about the same player. Maybe we're talking about a different player. No, targets only. Nah, okay, so we got 2 guards left. We don't need a guard. How is this guy? Not very good. Okay, he does have a trait of athletic blocker. Works well in the classroom, so I guess he's trainable. But I just don't know. Boy. I don't have good vibes around him. I really don't. He's a little undersized too, and that kind of makes the tiebreaker. Okay. We're about to do a lot of trading here. I wonder if we can trade out the rest of the draft. We could let the CPU. We could let the CPU finish. I think this is a good time to break. We'll break the episode here. I think we're probably in almost close to an hour, or maybe 45 minutes already, and we're doing a lot of wheeling and dealing here. So let's break here. We'll see you in the next episode where we continue. We'll start with trying to trade our current pick, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, tune in next time for the rest of the draft. In the meantime, Skol Vikings!